and just one device only. So starting with barcodes readers. All right. So barcode readers, I guess everyone have seen one. Everyone have by chance maybe used it in selfless cashiers. Have you been to IKEA? Have you been to
Yeah.
yeah, have you seen there is parts of the cashier that it is contactless, that you can do it for yourself. You can
Salam
collect the
alaikum.
groceries for yourself. Walaikum salam. Okay, so usually that's how it has been done. If you just go to giant grocery stores, um places like IKEA, there's places with no cashier that you can do it by yourself. Okay, and you can use a barcode reader to scan your devices or products that you have bought from that store, right? So what happens in that barcode, the barcode will be, this is the barcode. Walaikum salam. This is the barcode here. Let me just okay. So here is the barcode. Okay. So it is consisting of kind of rows and lines that are stuck into a source of code. Okay. And by that, it has an information here. Here we have the name of the product. We have the expiry date of the product, where was it made, what is it about, what are the ingredients, everything about it, how much the price is it. So if it was sold in $2 in America, if it comes to Malaysia, the currency will be translated into the Malaysian ringgit, and so on. So this barcode will be having the general information that matters to that single product. Okay, you can find barcodes everywhere, behind the books, in the machines that you buy at home, any a clock, a TV, um, anything that you could just think of. It has a barcode behind to kind of identify the information about that device, especially with price and quantity and all right. So
Okay.
and we have here that they are usually in the form of a barcode scanner and often built into the POS terminals. You remember the POS terminal that we took about in the supermarkets that we use in Giants and Dry Grocer and all. So let's see how they look. You see here? Can you see the screen?
Yes.
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 Okay, so that's the barcode reader. That's how it's normally looking like. Some of them are wireless, the others are having a wire. Um, all right. So
Yeah.
here you see, that's another one. That's found similar to this one in the NSK. You just pass the product next to the scanner. You don't move it. Okay, it's just stickable to one place only. So you bring the product and you scan. You put the product barcode near this area, and it will scan the product. Okay, or you have it this one as a wireless one. Here you see how do they read the product. The scanner here will scan this barcode and get the information. If you ever been to IKEA by chance, or you went to Tesco, try the selfless without the cashier
I tried.
areas. Yeah, so you will see, you touch the barcode, see how it goes, see how you kind of count the product. But usually those areas requires you to pay in credit card or debit card. So you have to have your one of your parents. So you can try that because there is no cash in that area. It's just credit. So that's how you kind of have the ability to touch, or even if you just go to any supermarket, grocery stores, or any products, you can find them. How do they count the products and how do they um, read. Also, there's this wireless barcode scanner. This is used by the people who are working in the staff of supermarkets. Like you can see if by any chance that you will see one of the employees, but he will be passing, especially if they are writing the prices. Okay, they're sticking the prices on the roof of where the products are stacked. So they normally will pass the scanner on the barcode. They will get all the information read here, the name of the product, everything. And then they have to write the price accordingly. Okay. So there's a variety of options for barcode readers that you can find in stores. And it's a really good thing that we learned that in the ICT. So when it comes that you pass and you go out with your family or yourself and your friends and you find such devices, you already know what they are called in English and how they are used, the advantages and disadvantages of that. And you can kind of enrich your information regarding that if you like any of the devices. All right.
When we went to Asia last time, my sister tried it, but I wasn't interested, so I didn't.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not like you have to be trying it. It's just the way of concept. If you want to feel the feeling and how is it used, okay? Especially if for me at the beginning, I used to see people in the cashiers using it, but it was for me, it was a good experience when I tried it myself. Knowing exactly how to read the barcode, knowing how to kind of key in the products and how to kind of check out my products to pay. It was a nice experience that you might think of using. But as I said, it's not something that everyone fancies, but it's really a good thing that we know at least how this machine works. Okay, and what is it called and the uses of it and how is it developed. All right? Okay. Going back to the book. Here, as we said, yeah, we finished that part here. So uses, as we said, it is used in supermarkets and other shops for marketing the barcodes. We giving the information of the product, enables automatic stock control. So every time it is canceled, every time it is checked out, it will be also updated in the database that this product was being purchased, and we itemize the billings and see how much the product is and how when we make the payment we have stocked that. Okay, now we have one product sold or a packet or a dozen of these products was being sold by scanning, right? It is used in libraries to keep track of books on loan. Also, as I told you, this one right here, this one. Usually, we use it in markets, in supermarkets, in grocery stores, in libraries, and even retailing stores. We use it to stock on how many products do we still have in the market, and by putting up the prices of each product. And it is also used as safety function for companies to make sure that the equipments are being checked by employees, by scanning those products, by scanning their places, how many products do we still have. So each barcode will hold an identity for every product and for every stock that the company will be having. So by that, we have enormous amount of data that we save. All right. So we know how many products we have. We know how much they're sold, how many products we still have, how many we sold, as I said, and that's it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Coming back to the book. So we have both advantages and disadvantages. As an advantage, it's much faster than keying in data manually and fewer mistakes will be made. Sometimes, as you can see, at times that it's not always that you can scan. And if you just key in the number that you have, sometimes if this was not working, wasn't be able to be read, this number, sorry, this number This number is keyed into the system to read the information that this product is holding. Sometimes you can see if the person in the cashier tried to scan the product many times and it refused to be scanned, they will enter and they will key in the data manually. But we kind of prefer using scanners because it doesn't take time, it is faster, we have less mistakes, like the numbers will be read automatically without the need to miss out a number or be mistaken by one number. Okay? If
Okay.
it is used as a way of recording data, so as I told you, scanners, it scans information, whether reading it for selling purposes or for tracking purposes or for safety or for collecting how much products do we have, we can use it as we prefer. But if we used it as a way of recording data, it will be considered that it will improve the safety of our products or the stock. So I know exactly, I have the track and I know how much products I still have, how much products I've sold. So it kind of increased the safetiness of not being joke tagged or getting robbed or having someone steal some of the products from my market. Okay? It's easier to track it with a database that you can record, because if you hold that numbers in your head, you have many products ahead, you have many products in your store, so you cannot kind of remember how many products you still have from each, right? So having such data being saved is safer. Okay?
Okay.
So as we said, they allow automatic stock control, in which here we mean by this part here is that we know how much stock is left. So when I sell, like I used to have 5 cans of Coca-Cola, for example, and then there's a guy who came and bought 2 cans. Okay, so I scanned the barcodes and I clicked that they were sold in the system. So it helps such scanning to automatically goes to the database that holds the Coca-Cola cans and updates it that, okay, now instead of 10, now we have 8 cans left because we sold 2. Okay, it's already connected to databases. It extracts, it sells, it updates. Okay, that's what usually barcode readers do. It helps in the stocking to be automatic. Okay. They say is an advantage. It is tried, trusted technology. We can approve this point because we see it every day in most markets, right? Okay.
Yeah.
As a disadvantage, we have 3, and I guess we all agree in them, is that usually these devices, okay, the barcode readers are kind of expensive systems to adapt and to have and to administer. So to adapt a barcode reader system, okay, and to, especially if you're using the system for stock controlling, for safetiness of recording data, for holding up data, it's kind of quite expensive to install that software and to run it out and to administer it, and it has to have a maintenance every time and then. As you can see, sometimes you go to a supermarket and suddenly the barcode cannot be read. There is something wrong with the system. It needs to be maintained. So they either take you to another cashier or they have to write the products manually. But there is something happening, and sometimes it happens. They tell you, well, sorry, ma'am, sorry, mister, we have a maintenance issue. So we have something wrong in the system. So usually administration for that systems could be quite expensive. All right.
Okay.
It is not foolproof, which means that barcodes can be swapped around on items. So yeah, we can kind of like, even if I put a barcode on another um, product, it cannot distinguish the way that we have fooled that product. All right, it can be seen. All right, it cannot be seen that it was swapped or it wasn't matching the right product. It just reads the barcode, and whatever it's in the barcode, that it would read. Okay, it's not like when a human just read the barcode and see that, oh, you're having a sticker for tomato paste and you're buying a huge cartoon for Coke, for example. So yeah, so it cannot be a full proof. It can be more easily damaged than RFID tags or magnetic stripes, which is, yeah. Sometimes if the sticking of the barcode wasn't really placed, if it was scratched, if something happened to it, it was cut, you have to have a new barcode reader or it cannot be read. So it is easily damaged. You can see it everywhere, even when you go to, NSK or the Giant, or you buy vegetables or fruits, and then you have to hold them all in one bag, and then you have to go to one of the counters to measure the grams and put a price for it, right? Sometimes the sticker that they stick on the plastic bag usually get damaged if you go to the cashier. So they either ask you to go and have it priced again, or they have to manage to try to open the barcode to be read, right? So that's why we are always careful when we have our barcodes on our plastic bags, right? Because it's easily damaged. Yes, Saad?
I know that they can usually type the number of the barcode on their machine, on their like cashier thing, and then it will auto, like without scanning it, they just put the number, right?
That's if you have the leaves, for example, the green onion, if you have a coriander, parsley, but if it's like 2 to 3 kilos of a potato, for example, and he doesn't know how much kilos is that, all right? Yeah, for some items they do it by themselves because they already know how much it cost, right? Especially the leaves ones. But when it comes to large amounts of onions, the big ones, the potatoes, tomatoes, and all that, it has to be priced earlier. So they either ask you to go back and price them again, especially if the barcode reader was ruined. So they ask you to kind of price them again. You have to go and price them again. But usually when in the pricing, they just measure the kilos, and they don't write the price for you. They usually write the name of the product. They already know the name of the product. For example, they see 3 kilos. 3 kilos of what? So they know the number of that fruit or veggies. They will tell you, okay, of this Western potato, then the price is being created. They take off the barcode, they stick it to the plastic bag. Yes, Ron?
What I mean is, you see those numbers under the barcode, that's like
Yes.
49. Yeah, that's what I mean. They usually type these numbers
Yeah.
instead of scanning.
That's what I said when we said the manually entrance of data here. But I'm telling you, if this was ruined, the whole part is ruined. If this, for example, you have this one as a sticker, and then suddenly this 3 numbers was not appearing, for example. Okay, because it was either ruined, it was ripped off, it cannot be seen.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, in that what I mean. But if it's still existing, whether it's the number here or the barcode here, yeah, it can be read. If this is not the one appearing, they can use this number right here. But I'm telling you, if it was ruined, it is easily ruined because it's either a sticker, okay, or a sticker, or sometimes that it's on a paper usually, especially in books, and it can be scratched. But if it comes to RFID, it's a chip, it's a magnetic stripe. You remember the RFID tags?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Let's go back, in case you guys forgot. You see here? You see how it goes? It's not easily ruined. Here, there's a chip underneath. Okay, it's not. That's what is underneath these access cards and all. Okay, so usually the barcodes are easily ruined because of how it is created. But here they have chips and all. Okay,
Okay.
is it clear, or anything you guys confused about?
No, it's clear.
Zaras?
Clear, teacher. Clear, teacher.
Okay, so let's come to this part, which is quick response QR codes. I guess every one of you during the COVID-19 has already knew what is this about, right?
Yes, yes.
Who never used
Yes.
it until now?
We use it, teacher, when usually my suggestora app.
At everywhere, yeah. And you can use it
Especially
also to,
nowadays.
yeah, especially, no, you don't need even the app. You just open your camera, you put your camera there, it will scan. It will open a link or a form for you. It happens. Just try it with the camera only, even without installing
Yeah,
the,
works.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just use the cameras. So usually it's a crystal. It is made up of matrix. This is called a matrix, the kind of dots and dark squares that is followed with light background. This is called a matrix. It has a message. Okay, usually it has a message. So for example, if you go to a mall, for example, to the pavilion, and you have at the entrance and you scan it, it has information that this is the pavilion gate, the time, and you have your information and data being saved and updated to that same QR code. Okay.
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 So here it says that QR codes hold 7,000 digits, which gives it a greater capacity for storage of information. For example, in the normal barcodes, this one's here, they have mostly like 70, I guess 30, yeah, 30 digits that it's already been having here inside the information. So the name of the product, price, or just a small amount of data to be held within that barcode. But when it comes to the QR code here, it holds mostly a 7,000 over 7,000 digits. Okay, which gives it great capacity. That's why it is used, not the barcode in the entrance. That's why they are using quick response codes. Okay, because it holds many information. It holds the forms, it holds the information that they get from you as an individual, that you write your name, your temperature, your phone number, and all that. All that is being updated. So here it just tells you how do you normally, you don't need an application. Sometimes you need an appropriate application to read the quick response codes. That was before. Before you need an app, to kind of install so that it is able to read the QR code. But now you don't need anything. You open your camera and you just scan it up, and it opens it for you. Okay, even if you go to Nando's, if you go to some, I guess, MacD also, some stores, you just scan the QR code and make your order, or make your you fill the forms that it exists here in the QR code. Okay, now they use it sometimes in the entrance of weddings and events. Instead of having an access card, you have your name saved, and you only need to kind of scan the QR code. Yes, Ala.
But teacher, why do they do it like this? Why don't they do it like another way?
What do you
Why?
mean?
I mean, this this square has a message, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why do they do it as this shape and like that? I mean, why don't they do it? I cannot, and like I cannot
She means this is too confusing, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
because it is not tend to be read by you as humans. Usually when computers and programmers they're creating something, they try as much as possible to create a code that's not really understandable by humans. Only computers can understand. Because you see here, when you are scanning with the QR code, who is taking the information? Is it you? Is it a person? Is it a human being? No, it's the computer. So they kind of create the best enclosed message that could fit to the computer understanding. So when it is scanned, it will be responsible for saving data. So for example, if you enter to the pavilion, or let's say you are entering to yeah, to the pavilion, for example, or you went to any mall, right? So you will be scanning your the latest application that we use to scan the entrance, right? So you will be scanning that barcode, right? So your computer has the information, your name, your date of birth, I mean your temperature normally, and the information they hold is, have you been exposed to a COVID-19 patient before? Have you had COVID-19? And then they will ask you your phone number, yeah, and then you have certain areas like where you live and all that. So this is where the computer holds your information inside your telephone, right? And then the QR code here, when you scan, it will take the information and it will key in your data inside the database that is referring to this QR code. So it's all a process by computers. So it needs a language that only computer understands. So when you're asking me why and it's confusing to you, and which is the main purpose, for it to not be easily read by humans. But it is very easily to be read by computers. Computers understand this code. You got what I mean?
Yes, teacher, yeah.
Oh. So that's why when you think about it, yeah, if you think about it as a human pace, okay, I don't understand it. Even me, I don't get what this message says. Like if you go to the entrance of Pavilion and then you enter to another store, it feels like it is the same code, right? As if it wasn't changed, but it is totally different actually. And only computer can distinguish that, and only computer can understand that. Sometimes you wonder, you just keyed in, you scanned the QR code at the beginning and it says Pavilion entrance. And then you go to the Watson and it's like, it looks like the same code. And then you scan it and then it tells you that it's Watson. And you'll be like, okay, how did it know? That's because it's computer based. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here they tell you as an advantage, there is no need for user to actually write down or key in a website address. You just scan and everything is open for you, and accordingly you fill the form. If not, like before we upload the Sahatra, I don't know, the recent app. Before we do upload it, it was a process that every time you scan, there is a form that opens, you have to fill the form and so on. But after they created the app, there is no need. As I told you, it holds the information. You scan, key in your data, it takes a second. Okay? So it can store website, as this is written here, it can store website addresses, URLs, appears everywhere in magazines, trains, in entrances of malls now. I guess through COVID-19, you can bring a lot of examples according to advantages, more than what the book has supported. All right?
Okay.
Okay, are you guys familiar, clear with all the points that we have mentioned? Is there anything that you guys don't understand or miss or anything?
No, teacher. No.
Really? All of you?
Yes. Yes. Very easy.
All right. Okay, if that's it, as I said, try to study, because after we finish this part, output and output devices, we will be having a quiz. All right, so try to kind of study regularly so that when the quiz comes, it becomes easier for you to
Teacher,
okay?
the quiz is from which page?
If I'm going to give you a quiz, it's going to be for chapter 2 all.
Okay, chapter 2.
So
Okay.
all the input, all the
Teacher,
input
the
output
exam-
devices that we took.
Input, output, and the input and DDE devices and output devices.
Teacher, when is the quiz? Okay.
Wait,
After
teacher,
we're
so
done.
not teacher,
What,
so
Maram?
is it
Your
not from
voice
the
is-
beginning?
It's going to be from the beginning. It's going to be from the input devices, direct data entry devices, and then we have the output devices. Okay, so that we can proceed to chapter 3. All right?
Will the exam be like that? Shouldn't the exam be like from when we started studying from this term?
Well, we haven't taken chapter like here. Even in the input devices, we haven't taken everything during the examinations, right? We stopped at one
So
point.
the quiz will be
Yeah.
like concept, keyboard, mouse, and all those other things?
Well, in 2 years, my dear, you will be studying the whole book. So chapter 2 is not a matter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Teacher,
start getting too used to studying too much. Yes.
Teacher, when is the quiz?
I told you after when I'm done, I will inform you guys. Just study each day regularly by every piece we study, every
Will it
topic
be
we study.
suddenly?
What?
Will the quiz be suddenly, like after we finish?
No.
with
I will inform you guys. I will inform you.
Ah, yeah.
But the
Okay.
thing is, when we reach like for example, when we go to the output devices, like we are left with 2 topics. After the 2 topics, immediately we'll be having a quiz. So I will be informing you earlier, but you won't be having much time. So if you don't study regularly, you will not have time. Yeah, so I will inform you 2 topics earlier, but these 2 topics won't be having much time, okay? So for example, the last topic we might take would be, for example, in Tuesday class, and then the examination will be on Wednesday class. Okay?
Yeah, so I have only like one day.
Yeah, it depends. As soon as we finish the last part, because the last, for example, for output devices, let's see which is the, for the output devices here, we have the last lesson is the actuators, the control applications. So if you're done with it, you see it's a very small piece. So if you have studied everything earlier, you only left that day to study control application and revise the previous ones, right? So that's what I mean. Study from now. So when it comes to the day of the quiz, it's only left for revision, not studying as if it's the first time. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, then. See you guys. Have a nice day. Have a nice week. See you next week, inshallah.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank
Bye,
you. Bye-bye.
teacher.
Bye.